Hi, I'm Chelsea,
I'm Angelica.
and together we're
Two Random Girls. Today we're going to be talking about paranormal activities, not like fake ones, things that like either we've lived or like other people have lived that are close to us and we know wouldn't lie. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to go first with your story?
Okay. So the first story that we're gonna get into today is a story that happened to me like maybe like 2 years ago. So it was just me and my little sister home. There was nobody else in the house. So my parents' room is like across from my room, and so I opened the door. I'm heading to the bathroom, right? And as I walk past the room, the door's open. It's like dark, but in the corner of like their bed by their nightstand, I see somebody like sitting down, like hunched over on the laptop. Like the laptop is on. It's like the screen is on, there's lights, everything, right? Somebody's using the laptop. I'm like, oh, okay, somebody's in the room. I use the bathroom or whatever, I come back, the door's closed. I open the door, the laptop is, I turn on the lights because I wanted to see who was in there. The laptop's closed, there's nobody there, the chair spun around, like facing the door. And I go to my sister. I'm like, what were you doing in Mommy and Daddy's room on the laptop? She's like, what are you talking about? I wasn't in their room and I wasn't on the laptop. I was like, girl, you're literally lying because I definitely saw you sitting on the laptop. Mm-hmm. And she's like, no. She's like, and she goes, she saw somebody in there too. And that's when me and her, we just start screaming so loud, running down the stairs. And then that's when we find my dad is home and we tell him what happened. He goes, he looks everywhere in the house. He looks in the closets, everything. He's like, there's nobody here. There was nobody there. You're like, obviously you guys are hallucinating. You didn't see anything. But it's just so weird because in my house, we've always thought it was haunted. Like, we have things that drop on the ground and it disappears. You will never find that thing ever again. Like, literally, I was leaving my parents' room one day. A comb fell on the floor in front of me. In front of my eyes.
A comb?
A comb fell on the floor.
Like an ice cream comb?
No, like a comb.
Oh, comb, uh-huh.
And then the comb disappeared. I never found the comb ever again. Like, I looked underneath the chair, I looked underneath the vanity thingy, and the comb was gone, and it fell right in front of me. So we were like, okay, and obviously...
And for both of you to be hallucinating, that's so weird.
And for the laptop to be open and then closed after, and then the chair spun up, like, no. There's somebody obviously in the room. And not only that, we'd be hearing footsteps in the middle of the night. It's like ghost steps. You just hear, and everyone hears it. My mom be so scared to...
She don't put, like, what is that, holy water?
No. She's not Catholic, so I don't think we use, But, yeah, we'd be hearing, like, running footsteps coming up and down the stairs, somebody's walking through their house. And then when we hear that, nobody ever leaves the room. Like, everybody knows that it's, like, it's not really a person.
That is so weird.
It's so weird. That's why I was like, obviously, what we saw was real. There's something, but it's, like, not even, like, I feel like if it was,
like a friendly ghost, like Casper?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if it's friendly, but I'm just saying, like,
he's
I don't think it's
interested in the new technology we have nowadays.
And also, like, he don't be killing us or...
Girl, thank God. Thank God he don't be doing that.
He don't be killing us, but I mean, like, he don't be, like, scaring nobody or anything.
Yeah.
Maybe they just need a place to stay. They don't want to...
He can't go to, like, heaven or something.
He's stuck in limbo. But,
Yeah,
that was really scary, though, like, because that's... Like, I saw somebody sitting on that chair. Like, to this day, I know I saw somebody there. And I really don't know who that person is or who...
For me, I've never, like, really experienced something, like, paranormal or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Not that I remember so far. But, like, you know what I do get a lot is, like, I feel people staring at me. And, like, there's nobody in my room. But, like, I feel... And then when I get that into my head, I just have to, like, think about something else because I get too scared. But, okay, so I'll tell the story of my cousin. Mm-hmm. So my cousin's a nurse in Colombia. And he... I told you this, right? So he goes to people's houses to, like, cure them, right? Or he did before. Now he's a doctor. But, like, before he would go to people's houses to cure them. And he had this patient... And he went to her house, and that patient had a daughter around his age. He's like 25. Well, yeah, 25. And so the patient's daughter would always like flirt with him or blah, blah, blah. But he didn't like her because he had a girl, and they've been dating for like 10 years. So he would get back home, and all of a sudden, he felt weird, like he was sleeping one day, and he felt someone choking him, and then he felt like someone like caressing his body while sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And the craziest part, this happened for like a week, right? And then he heard her calling his name, and he was like in a state of shock, like he couldn't get up out of his sleep, like he was like, you know, paralyzed. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
he was like paralyzed. And it says he's like a nurse. He was like, what the heck is happening to me? Like, there's nothing wrong. And the worst part is that since he felt people like touching his body, he got a boner. And that's when he got scared, because he's like, what the heck is going on here? And so she was calling his name while this all was happening. And then he was like finding, he had hickeys all over his body,
Mm-hmm.
like bruises all over his body, and like high temperatures. And then he would feel pain in places. So he went back to the patient's house, and found a doll, like a voodoo doll. And when and then he thinks it's about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he thinks that doll that she made to put in Spanish it's called brujeria, like voodoo, on him. So then he went to the doctors and stuff, like the voodoo doctors. You know. So then they did like things on him, and they said that it was someone did try to put voodoo on him, and they did say it was the girl, and it was because she put something in his drink one day. So yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
really crazy. You have to really be careful, like who you eat from. Like you really have to be careful where you go somewhere and like.
No, and a lot of people don't believe in it, but I believe in it. There's definitely like black magic out there, and I'm scared of voodoo, honestly.
No, people, trust me. I know firsthand. People be putting voodoo on people. Like
we're not gonna talk about that in this episode, but stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned because it's a. But yeah, so what else? So yeah, basically, right? So I go on Twitter and I was like, yo, this is so crazy. I just saw a man walking in the sky. And this girl comments, oh my gosh, that's so crazy that you say that, because I just saw a TikTok of the same thing. And she posted the link of the TikTok. And there I see these two people, like a woman and a man, and they're outside. And basically they're recording a man walking in the sky. It was like on the parkway or something. And there was another video. You
know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You saw it, right? It was so crazy.
The Parkway one.
Mm-hmm. And it was another video I had saw of a girl and her mom. They were coming from church or something. It was another video of they saw that a man walking in the sky. So I'm like, obviously it's not like just me. We can't all just be like hallucinating
at the same time.
In
different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm. It was obviously something very weird going on. Yeah.
Okay, so now my story.
Yeah.
We're like, okay. Should I tell the really good one now?
Yes, I really want to know.
Okay, so my grandma, from my dad's side, had a friend, right? And this friend went out to the club with a bunch of guys, right? Mm-hmm. And he was out in the club, like, looking for a girl. And a group of girls walk in, but he didn't think any of them were, like, attractive. Mm-hmm. So then he turns around and he sees this one girl. And he was like, that's the girl. So he went up to her. He asked if she wanted to dance. They started dancing. They kissed. They made out. You know, they talk. And so he was like, oh, can I walk you home or whatever? She was like, yeah. So then he gave her his scarf because she was cold, so he gave her his scarf. And they walked home, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, I'll pick you up tomorrow. And she was like, yeah, I'm down, right? So then the next day comes. And he goes to the house. And he's like, let's say her name was Chelsea, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, let's not say Chelsea, sorry. Let's say her name was Alex. So he was like, dun, dun, dun. And Alex's mom answers the door, and he's like, hey, is Alex here? And the mom is like, she's like, what the hell? Like, why are you saying, like, do you think this is funny? Mm-hmm. And he was like, what's funny? Like, is Alex here? Like, I just went out with her last night. And she's like, how are you going to say that you went out with her last night if she's been dead for 2 years? And I think this is so crazy. And he's like, what do you mean she's been dead for 2 years? Like, we literally went outside. We literally went out yesterday night. Mm-hmm. And, like, we talked, like, you're her mom, her dad's name is this, her brother's names are these, da da da. And her mom was like, okay, if you think you went out with her, point her out in this picture. And he pointed her out. So then he was like, the mom was like, what the heck? So they went to the graveyard. And when they went to the graveyard, half of the scarf was inside the grave and the other half was outside.
What the heck?
Tell me that's not crazy, Chelsea.
That's literally so crazy.
It's insane.
What did
Like,
the mom say?
they started bawling. But like, how is half of the scarf that he gave her last night outside the grave and she died 2 years ago? It's so scary. Like my
You know
dad.
you said that the lights in your
Bye.
backyard just
I'm not
went on?
even.
That's
Scared
why I was
right
looking
now.
out there.
I'm scared.
Yeah, because I'm scared.
But yeah, that's a very scary story.
That's really scary.
Cause like, did she just come out? It's insane.
Like her whole body just was like the dirt like messed up like
No, like he was touching her and everything.
no,
like,
I mean
normal.
like when they went to the graveyard was
Oh.
it like
I don't know.
no
I don't remember. My dad didn't tell me.
no, but that's really crazy.
But yeah, no. When it was like when my dad was telling me that story, I was like, okay, crazy. But then he said half the scarf. I was like,
No,
I was like, what do you mean half the scarf? Like that was insane.
No, wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have another one?
I don't know because I don't really have like the full details
Uh-huh.
about this one. Oh wait, no, I do
Right.
have one. Yeah,
Okay.
one.
Uh-huh.
So basically, right, in Haiti, my friend told me the story. Her dad told her the story before. So basically, it happened to her dad. So in Haiti, there's this tree, and in the tree there are these entities, and it's like a non-stop party going on. So basically,
Entities are like what, drugs?
no, like demons.
Oh. Okay. So they're like having a non-stop party?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
go off.
The main character,
Of
my
the
friend's
story.
dad,
Uh-huh.
and
Wanna call him Bob?
yeah, let's call him Bob.
Okay.
Bob and let's say Greg. So Greg is Bob's like close friend from childhood, right? So they're out like basically, and they find this like tree, and like it's like so it's like enticing. Like, you know, like you want to go like look at it, like
okay.
it's pulling, it's alluring. So they go near it or whatever. They something happens and then they get inside the tree, like, and it's a party in the tree.
What is this? That's Alice in Wonderland?
No, but basically it's like a party and it's like they
Inside the tree?
inside the tree, and they're giving you food, they're giving you drinks, they're giving you what's it called. You want to stay, you don't want to leave, and you're just having fun. You're partying in the tree, but the thing
It's
is
like
that
hell?
at midnight or something, if you do not leave before
You stay
then, you
there
stay there forever, and you become.
And how did they leave?
Basically, Bob left, but Greg did not make it out, and Greg got stuck in the tree forever, and Bob left without Greg.
Bob wrong for that.
No, but I don't think Greg wanted to leave. Like, you can't force somebody to.
No, especially if they like, because it's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what effect that is, but like, you know how Adam and Eve, you know how Eve wasn't supposed to eat the apple, but she was probably like attracted to it. So like something like that, right?
Have you ever watched like Percy Jackson?
Oh yes.
You know, like the Lotus when they went to the
Yes,
club. I think it's almost like that
that's
too.
yeah. That's
Mhm.
okay.
So I think like that's like because I think it's like a similar thing.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's
a party.
crazy.
It's like
Uh-huh.
It was so crazy. When she told me that, I was like, wow. And I was so scared because when I went to Haiti, I was telling that whole story the whole entire time. Each time we were in a car, I was like, yo, have you heard the story about the tree?
And I wonder what tree it is.
I wonder what tree it
Low
is
key, I
too, but I
want to
feel
go to
like
that party, but I don't know if I would get out.
I don't know
like,
if I'll get out. I don't want to stay with those demons.
Yeah,
forever, though.
he probably has a really good self-conscious, like
Well,
mind.